When staged with pointing out the most important people of my life, I have to overcome the fact that I do not have very many people that I look up to. But I can call out one particular robot pretty easily. When I was a very young television-absorbed child, what I watched was, to me, irrelevant. Gaudy game shows, predictable movies with no notable qualities, and low-budget cartoons kept me mindlessly staying put with no urge to change the channel. But there was one programming block led by a very unique host that threw my perceptions of entertainment right back into my face. On Cartoon Network, starting right after normal school hours would end, a set of shows with a theme I had never experienced before would air back to back. Abnormally, the entire block, known as Toonami, was narrated by a host, a robot going by the name Tom. Due to Tom and what he provided to me, I was able to think outside the box for the first time and view everything that would inevitably happen to me in a new perspective. I never asked much of Tom at first. I mainly just enjoyed his work the same as everything else I'd seen done before him. The more I watched, though, the more I found myself more specifically wanting to come home the next day and continue where I left off. Like experiencing something I had never imagined before, I had trouble grasping what I was seeing under all my predefined notions of what entertainment was, and before Tom, had to be. Tom formed a real connection through his outreaching towards the audience. He evolved with his viewership, proving that he was not static like the other shows airing around his time slot. He was interested in his program and did not care if it was unrelatable to anyone. Tom was aware of the rules of conventional shows and was not interested in providing more of them. Tom and his programming block have done so much for me, be it inspiring me to do something or simply letting me see things in a new light. The shows themselves were a sight to behold compared to what else was on Cartoon Network at the time. There were complete plots to ponder over, and those hooked into me and never did let go. Remarkably strong or endearingly flawed protagonists were in the shows with an ongoing conflict. Incredibly. One of the most striking features of Toonami, however, was that most of the shows were anime, something I had never formally been introduced to as a child. Besides the quality of what Tom and Toonami was offering as entertainment, the shows changed me as a person. After I began to understand Tom's broadcasting more and more, I came to embrace the unusual and different as something good. The anime I saw inspired me to take my first fledgling attempts at sketching as a hobby, and I still draw as of today. Unfortunately, I never in my childhood realized how important Tom was to me until he went away. As I got older, Tom and Toonami changed too. After a few years had gone by, Toonami was steadily being pushed later into the afternoon and then into the night with a smaller roster of shows. Eventually there was nothing left of him, and Cartoon Network didn't acknowledge that he was ever there. One of the things I'm most thankful for, though, is that Tom is still very much alive. As an April Fool's joke, Adult Swim, a late-night program block of Cartoon Network, aired Toonami instead of their normal schedule. Tom was aware of where he was now working and was eager to catch up. Incredibly, due to fan support, Tom and Toonami are now permanent parts of Adult Swim, which means I can enjoy them once again in the present. Obviously, I adore Tom and everything he's done for me, and it makes me feel incredible knowing that there are others out there who feel the same. No matter how concerned I may grow in the future about Tom's career, I sincerely hope that he stays around for as long as he can maintain his foothold.